Eines Tages werden Weihnachtsmänner keine Jungs mehr sein, die wie Kinder mit Waffen spielen.
Before the world heard her on a national stage, a much smaller audience had already begun to take notice. Jackie Evancho's musical path began in the Pittsburgh suburbs, where her family observed her unusual ability to match pitch and tone with recordings far beyond her age group. While many young singers start with pop or musical theater standards, Jackie gravitated naturally toward classical crossover, a genre requiring vocal control uncommon in childhood singers. Community events, local singing competitions, and regional talent showcases quickly revealed that her voice had a clarity and resonance that separated her from typical child performers. Her family supported her early development, and by the age of 9, she released an independent album, Prelude to a Dream. Although modest in scale, the recording demonstrated her range and growing technical skill. The project circulated among niche audiences online, where classical music fans began to comment on her potential. This early attention laid the groundwork for what would soon become a much larger breakthrough. At a time when digital discovery was becoming increasingly common, and when talent shows were shaping new stars, Jackie's online presence and community-level reputation served as an unexpected launchpad. Little did anyone know that within a year, a national television audience would witness something that felt almost unreal. The moment her audition clip surfaced, the conversation changed, and so did the expectations. Season 5 of America's Got Talent was already known for its diverse talent pool, ranging from dance troupes to instrumentalists. But when Jackie Evancho entered the competition, she represented a unique category, a young vocalist performing operatic material. Viewers initially reacted with curiosity, unsure what to expect, but her audition rapidly challenged those assumptions. Judges and audience members responded with a mixture of surprise and admiration, noting the contrast between her age and her vocal maturity. As she advanced through the rounds, her presence became a central talking point in the season. Media outlets began covering the phenomenon, and online discussions amplified interest. In an era where viral clips could spread worldwide within hours, Jackie's performances reached millions who weren't even following the show directly. Each appearance reinforced the idea that her talent was not a novelty act, but a legitimate vocal performance that merited attention within classical and mainstream circles. Still, despite the growing excitement, the moment that would truly define her place in the competition and in the public consciousness had yet to occur. When the orchestra began and Jackie Evancho took her breath, the reaction was immediate and unforgettable. The performance of Time to Say Goodbye served as a pivotal moment in the season. The piece, famously associated with Andrea Bocelli and Sarah Brightman, carries technical demands that challenge even experienced adult vocalists. Yet Jackie approached the song with remarkable composure, delivering clear phrasing, sustained notes, and an emotional tone that surprised both the live audience and viewers at home. From a reporting standpoint, what made this performance notable wasn't simply that it was strong for her age, but that it was strong by any professional standard. Audience members rose to their feet, and judges commented on the vocal power and control she demonstrated. The clip circulated rapidly on social media platforms, contributing to an influx of new viewers tuning into the competition specifically to watch her progression. Music analysts at the time pointed to her breath support, tonal accuracy, and stage presence as indicators of advanced natural ability. Meanwhile, general viewers described the moment as one that produced goosebumps, chills, or a sense of shock, underscoring the emotional impact that transcended technical analysis. This performance effectively solidified Jackie Evancho as one of the season's central figures, a moment where talent and timing aligned to create a lasting imprint on audiences worldwide. Just when it seemed the season had reached its peak, the finale delivered something viewers did not expect. As the competition neared its conclusion, anticipation grew around how Jackie Evancho would close out her run on America's Got Talent. The surprise announcement that she would perform alongside Sarah Brightman, the global soprano who popularized the very song Jackie had become associated with, added a historic element to the finale. Their duet of Time to Say Goodbye was widely discussed in entertainment reporting. For many viewers, it represented a symbolic passing of the torch, or at the very least, an acknowledgement from one of the most influential voices in the genre. Brightman herself expressed admiration for Jackie's talent, while commentators noted the rarity of such a collaboration occurring within a televised competition setting. Although Jackie ultimately finished the season as runner-up, the outcome did little to diminish the media narrative surrounding her success. Major outlets reported that her exposure had effectively launched her professional career, with opportunities emerging almost immediately following the finale. The duet served not only as a celebratory moment, but also as a formal introduction of Jackie Evancho to the broader classical crossover community, positioning her as an artist with long-term potential. Behind the headlines and standing ovations, another, quieter story was unfolding. As Jackie Evancho transitioned from child performer to public figure, the demands of early fame presented challenges that later came to light through her interviews and public statements. Maintaining a professional career at such a young age required constant adaptation, and the pressure to meet public expectations, especially with a voice still developing, created a complex environment. In subsequent years, Jackie spoke openly about facing health-related struggles, including an eating disorder that later contributed to ongoing medical concerns such as weakened bone density. Rather than framing these revelations as dramatic or sensational, news coverage approached them as part of a broader conversation surrounding the mental and physical pressures faced by young performers in the entertainment industry. Her decision to share these challenges publicly was widely interpreted as an effort to raise awareness and reduce stigma, prompting discussions among health professionals, journalists, and fans alike. Through these disclosures, Jackie emphasized the importance of long-term well-being and the need for support systems tailored to young artists. Far from diminishing her accomplishments, her openness added context to her journey, highlighting the resilience required to navigate both artistic success and the personal realities that accompany rapid fame. Years later, the ripple effects of that moment continue to influence Jackie Evancho's career and public perception. As an adult performer, Jackie Evancho has pursued new artistic directions. Her recent work includes explorations in contemporary styles, original songwriting, and continued contributions to classical crossover. Reports consistently highlight her evolution from prodigy to mature vocalist, noting the development of her tone, artistry, and creative independence. Despite the progression of her career, Time to Say Goodbye remains a defining milestone, frequently revisited in news stories and retrospectives. Analysts point out that the performance did more than establish her early reputation. It shaped public expectations and opened doors that might otherwise have taken years to access. For many fans, the clip still represents the moment they first encountered her talent. For industry observers, it remains one of the most striking examples of how televised talent platforms can introduce extraordinary voices to global audiences. As Jackie continues refining her artistic identity, the legacy of that early performance serves as both foundation and reference point. It stands as one of the most memorable televised vocal moments of the decade, and one that continues to influence how audiences understand the potential of young artists. In the end, one song became far more than a performance. It became a turning point. Jackie Evancho's rendition of Time to Say Goodbye remains embedded in the public memory not simply because it was unexpected, but because it demonstrated how genuine talent can transcend age, stage format, and audience expectations. What began as a single televised moment grew into a career-defining event that continues to be referenced in discussions of modern classical crossover artists. From her early days in Pennsylvania to her breakout on America's Got Talent, from high-profile collaborations to the personal challenges she later shared with the public, Jackie's story reflects both the opportunities and the complexities built into early fame. Yet through each chapter, her work has continued to evolve, showing a commitment to growth that extends beyond the viral moment that launched her. As we look back at the performance that first caught the world's attention, it remains clear why it continues to resonate. It wasn't just the technical skill or the emotional delivery. It was the sense that viewers were witnessing a rare convergence of preparation, natural ability, and timing, a moment that set the stage for a career still unfolding.